Welcome everyone to Podcast 69 South, where we cuss and discuss true crime, cold cases, current events, and hot topics, along with our state of society today. This is your trigger warning. Our podcast content is produced for adult listeners 18 years of age and older. We discuss situations that may be offensive and triggering to some listeners. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Down to Morgan County, where a Martinsville man faces 1 count of child exploitation and 33 charges of possession of child pornography. Court records say this man, 59-year-old Nathan Bailey, allegedly admitted that he had child porn on his phone and claimed that he had the mental capacity of a 10-year-old. Bailey denied to police that he engaged in any sexual activity with children. All he did was, quote, looky, no touchy. Officers eventually found 23 videos, 10 images of child pornography in Bailey's possession. Documents show Bailey claims he was a licensed daycare and youth pastor for the past 10 years at New Life Christian Church in Paragon, Indiana. Tonight, though, the church says he's never been employed there. His initial hearing scheduled for Monday afternoon.
Welcome back to 69 South, everybody. We hope you had a good time since the last time. We got some more shit that happened down in Morgan County brewing up.
Yeah, good old Nathan Bailey was caught.
Now, this is an ongoing situation, and we did get the probable cause affidavit because our Facebook page has been blowing up. People wanting to know the scoop on this dude.
And we got it. Well, just the probable cause so far.
And as the newscast said, Mr. Bailey did claim, like for the past 10 years, he'd been a youth minister and a licensed
daycare
worker at New Life Baptist Church, or not Baptist Church, but New Life Christian Church in Paragon, Indiana.
I don't know if they have a daycare. I don't know if they were talking about there, but he did say that, but people have reached out from the church and had differing opinions, or statements and comments, but we'll get into those later. They stated that he was never employed with the church. Mm-hmm. But let's get into this probable cause affidavit, and let me just forewarn you, this is nasty, it's ugly. If you have kids with you, this is not a time to listen to this podcast, as we're going to be discussing some pretty nasty things. Here on 69 South, we have seen some disgusting shit, but the content of these videos that were found on this man's devices were just the worst of the worst.
The worst that I've ever heard of. You can't get a picture in your mind of the shit that this dude had on his phone. The videos are just horrendous. It seems like it's just getting worse and worse and worse every day. But anyway, we'll get into the probable cause affidavit. On April 24th, 2025, one of the county detectives was contacted by another county detective at the sheriff's office. The deputy advised me that he needed assistance with an incident his shift was dealing with, and the current on-call detective was tied up on a death investigation. I then advised the deputy that I was able to assist, and he had him brief me on this incident. The deputy stated that uniformed deputies were called to a house in Martinsville after receiving a call from a group called Bikers Against Predators. The deputy stated that the group had information that an individual whom is identified as Nathan Bailey was in possession of child pornography. The deputy also stated that during interactions with the other deputies on the scene that they made contact with Nathan, and Nathan stated he did have child pornography on his phone. I was later advised that the deputies were able to take possession of Nathan's phone, that he willingly gave it to the deputies, and that Nathan had agreed to come to the sheriff's office for an interview. Now, Detective Sargent met me at the sheriff's department, and shortly after my arrival, we began the interview with Nathan. A summary of that interview is as follows. Nathan was advised of his rights. Nathan signed a waiver of his rights and agreed to speak with Detective and myself. Nathan claims to have has the mental capacity of a 10-year-old. I will advise more on this later in the report. Nathan tells us that he met a guy on Facebook named Jason.
Later in the interview, Nathan says that Jason is a Jason Commel. Nathan continues saying that he met Jason in a Facebook group called Fur Babies, and that after talking to Jason, he asked him to move their conversations to Telegram. Nathan said that after they talked for a little while, that Jason suggested child porn for him. Nathan said that one thing led to another and that Jason had some videos for him to check out. Nathan said that Jason sent him a link, and when he clicked on the link, it contained child pornography. Nathan said that the link, it mainly contained videos of children engaged in sex acts, but also received images as well. Nathan said the videos and images he received were children under the age of 3 years old.
I then asked Nathan to tell me more about the sex acts that were being performed. Nathan said some would be adult males having anal sex with the children and oral sex. Nathan said also that there were adult women engaging in oral sex with children. Nathan said the children were all males in the videos and images.
Nathan then talks about another individual he communicated with on Telegram. Nathan says that he is not sure who the individual was, but said his screen name was Big Cock. Nathan said that Big Cock also sent him videos and images of child porn. Nathan said that when he received these from that guy, that he saved them to his phone and that he did this so he could send them back to Jason.
I bet that dude's screen name was probably just the opposite of what the truth is.
That's so disgusting.
Nathan says that after some time he tried getting on his Telegram app and he had been blocked from using it. Nathan said he suspects it was due to the child porn. Nathan said he has tried reaching out to Telegram to be able to access the app again, but hasn't received any communication back from them.
Okay, hold on. Stop here for a minute. So this guy is locked out of his child pornography account on Telegram and has the goal, because he can't get back in, let me get a hold of him so I can get my child porn back. That's disgusting. This dude must have been desperate for that shit.
How do you end up talking to somebody with Fur Babies and Big Cock as a screen name anyway? That's fucked up in the first place. Nathan also talks about a comment that he made to Jason. Nathan says that he made an innocent comment about being with a child in the past. Nathan was adamant through the entire interview that he has not engaged with any physical sex acts with the children, that all he does is looky, no touchy. Nathan did say that there had been accusations in the past that he had been engaged in sexual activity with the children, but denied it ever happening.
Nathan says that he met an individual named Justine on Telegram, and they started communicating. Nathan says that Justine suggested child porn to him. Nathan said that Justine wanted him to pay for the child porn. Nathan then went and got a gift card, a $30 Apple gift card, and sent Justine a picture of the receipt for the purchase, the identifying numbers for the gift card, and that he received 2 videos containing child porn in return. Nathan said that he didn't remember exactly where he purchased the gift card from, but said it was in Martinsville at either the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General type store.
Nathan tells us that he knows this is wrong. Nathan says that he knows he can go to jail for this, and even says that he has researched the penalties for this type of offense. Nathan told us that he thinks the jail time is 1 year for this type of offense. Nathan also said that he researched these penalties recently.
Do you think a person with the mindset of a 10-year-old is going to look up consequences to these crimes?
No, hell no. And he knows he looked them up because that's why he was trying to, fend off police with that bullshit.
Finesse them.
Yeah.
He's trying to finesse them.
Do you think the person with the mindset of a 10-year-old is going to, this is the third person I think that he's engaged with in talking about child porn, and then to have the mindset to go to the Dollar Tree, buy an Apple gift card or an Apple card, and then go to the,
extreme of taking a picture of your receipt, sending this person the number. A 10-year-old is not going to pay for pornography pictures.
No, he's not. And I always wondered how that worked. It's like these people ain't putting their credit cards on there buying shit. You hear about scams on TV with the Apple cards and shit. So this is just part of trying to get away with shit without being caught. Because you can buy one of them Apple cards without ID, right?
Yeah, you don't need an ID. They're just Apple gift cards. So
that's how they're paying for it and getting away with it until he got caught. But
Nathan also told us that when he would receive links, videos, or images containing child pornography, that he would distribute those to other people as well.
Oh, yeah.
So he's selling it too. He's selling them too.
Mind of a 10-year-old, my ass.
Instead of dealing drugs, he's out here dealing child pornography. I know they're both bad, but child pornography is tenfold what drugs are, which I know drugs are bad and kill people, but my God, child pornography is so much worse.
Oh, and it gets worse. Nathan also talks about a Facebook group that he was a part of called ABDL. Nathan said that those letters stood for Adult Baby Diaper Lovers. Oh, my God. Nathan says that he met an individual named Linda, and she goes by Mommy, of course. Nathan said that Linda told him that he could have her child if he would pay for her. Nathan said that she requested $30 for him in order to do so. Nathan said that he never did. Nathan said that Linda claimed to be local. Nathan said that he told her that he was from Indiana, and she told him that she was as well.
Nathan tells us that he also actively watches regular porn as well as child porn. I asked Nathan if he gets aroused when watching regular porn, and he says that he does. I asked Nathan if he masturbates while watching regular porn. He says he does. Now, I asked Nathan if he gets aroused while watching child porn, and he says that he does, and that he also does other things while watching stuff like that.
Nathan also shares with us that he has been utilizing therapy and acknowledges that he does have a problem. No shit. Nathan said that he uses ZocDoc and does online therapy with a therapist. Nathan says that his therapist, quote-unquote Joanne, suggested to him that he get rid of the child porn that he had. Nathan said that his therapy sessions is 1 hour in length on his phone through video, and he doesn't have therapy every day. Nathan said that his insurance only covers a certain amount of sessions and that he has to wait until he can use his benefits for more sessions. Nathan did say that Joanne told him if he had urges that he could contact her regardless. Nathan admits to having the urges recently, but did not communicate with Joanne. He couldn't afford the sessions on the computer, but he could afford the freaking Apple cards to go buy the shit.
Right. Now, Nathan also said that he used to be a licensed daycare worker in the past and is also a youth pastor at New Life Christian Church in Paragon, Indiana. He has been with the church for about 10 years. Nathan tells us that he only has one phone and that all of the child porn activities have been done through that phone. I would advise that while the detective and I were interviewing Nathan, another detective was obtaining a search warrant to examine the phone they received from Nathan. During the interview, I was advised that the search warrant had been granted. I stepped out for a few minutes while the detective continued the interview.
During the interview, Nathan stated that the child porn was currently in his trash on his phone, so he's got the capacity to throw this shit away.
Yeah, it was in his trash because they had the child predators out there calling the police to take him to jail, and so that was a multiple hours long debacle. So he had all the time in the world to stand there and delete stuff and throw it in his trash.
And get this, Nathan explained to us that he deleted the child porn, but it was not fully deleted. Nathan said it was in the quote-unquote trash folder still. Nathan did say that while some child porn was not fully deleted, there was other child porn that had been fully deleted from his phone. Nathan acknowledged that he had spoken with a hacker friend who told Nathan that law enforcement could still access those things even if they had been fully deleted from the phone. So he knew
Wow.
he was trying to get away with some bullshit, nasty ass shit.
With the search warrant being granted, I did manually examine Nathan's cell phone. The cell phone is a blue or purple Samsung phone. The phone was unlocked. I did locate the trash folder on Nathan's phone. As described by Nathan, there were several videos and some images of child porn. I would advise that manual scrolling Nathan's phone that I found 23 videos and one image of child porn. I would advise that the videos and image were consistent with how Nathan described them. The majority of the videos found were of adult males engaging in anal sex with infant-aged children, and some were engaging in oral sex with infant-aged children.
Boy, I know it's horrible to have this shit on your phone, but if you could find the dudes that was actually doing this shit to infants, they deserve the freaking firing squad.
Can't they track that down by like the metadata on the phone?
I don't know. I'm sure they have all that shit figured out. Hopefully they can. I would also advise that the initial forensic examination has begun on Nathan's phone. In the initial forensic examination, there was an additional 9 images of child porn located. In comparing the images to the videos, it looks like Nathan has taken screenshots of different points of some of the videos he had. I would also advise that there were some images of what appears to be adult digitally penetrating infants' age rectums.
I'm so disgusted. Now, once the complete forensic examination is complete, if necessary, a supplemental report will be completed. I would also advise that this case is still an open and the investigation will continue. I would advise that the preservation requests have been submitted for social media accounts and search warrants will be requested for those.
Nathan did confirm his identifiers to use his Facebook account and his Telegram account. Nathan says that his username on Telegram is Baby Nate. Nathan said that he wasn't sure why he picked that username, but Nate was taken.
In regards to Nathan's statement about having a mental capacity of a 10-year-old, I would advise that Nathan was articulate during this interview. He knew, admitted what he was doing wrong, knew it was illegal, and even researched what punishments he could be facing for committing these crimes. Nathan also indicated he had some high school education and attended high school at George Washington High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. Nathan also mentioned that he had a friend who is currently serving prison time for child molesting.
Which goes even farther to show that he knew that there was freaking prison penalties for having that shit on your phone.
He didn't care.
He didn't give a shit. Can you empty the trash folders on those phones? I mean, we just had an issue putting out our last episode, and you had to actually physically empty the trash, even though you threw something in the trash. On a
computer, I didn't even know our phones have like a. Oh, well, when you delete pictures and stuff like that, it goes into a deleted folder. Then I think it deletes it after so many days or something like that. But
or you can manually delete it. So what I'm getting at is he threw the shit away, but if you were able to delete your trash folder or your delete folder or whatever you want to call it, I think he was trying to save that shit in his trash folder because you can bring it back up out of your trash folder. You know what I mean? The images and stuff. So hell, he paid $30 for this shit. He probably was just trying to maybe keep it. I'm not sure if that's the facts or not.
I bet you he thought, once there's a certain time that night, he didn't think he was going to jail. So I bet he stopped deleting stuff. But he did go to jail because of the persistence of the community out there. And that is super, super amazing that all you guys come together like this. And I wish we could have been there. People were calling us, but I was already in bed, so I didn't get it.
So there was also accusations of him sexually abusing children in the past. And I was also wondering, I wonder what led up to him seeing the online counselor about the child porn. I mean, at least the counselor was half-assed doing something right. You need to get rid of that shit. Mm-hmm. And if you have urges, you can call me anytime. It doesn't even matter if you're charging me or not. Thank God for her, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully she was trying to lead him in the right direction, but he was continuing. I can't, sex offenders and them being rehabilitated, I just have never seen it. And I've looked at a lot of cases regarding this stuff. I haven't not seen one fully rehabilitated sex offender ever.
We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's Chop here at 69 South. We have gathered quite the following of new and faithful listeners. In fact, we're in 72 countries and 1,600 cities. It excites the shit out of us, to be honest. We have countless downloads and streams. If you're a small business starting out or an accomplished business looking for some good advertisement, shoot us an email at 69southpodcast@gmail.com. The 6 and the 9 are numbers, southpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. We will send you a advertisement package. And you know it has to unfold a little bit more than, I mean, you don't wake up one day and think, I would enjoy seeing men brutally assault babimes. It's just, I think it has to progressively, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely has.
It has to progress from from somewhere, probably regular porn and then that. I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around any aspect of that shit.
And I also want to say this too. So whenever I had made the post talking about the things that Nathan Bailey claimed, I got a lot of not so nice comments about putting out misinformation and that he never worked there. But then people started sharing their own stories in the comments. And then people started sharing pictures with us. And if you go onto our Facebook group, it's in our private group, you can see these pictures with Nathan. You can't see who the kids are because I blacked out all their faces. I will not show kids. But this is just to show you his predatory behavior. And it was never our intention to make anybody think bad of the church. We just wanted to let the church know, hey, you have this person who's attending there and is claiming himself that he works with the kids like this. And they got mad. They're like, no, I'm going to read some of the comments so that we can go through them and see what people were actually saying for themselves.
This is actually a big, beautiful church. If you go down 67 south of Martinsville, a little bit north of Paragon, I believe it's a Paragon address, but it sits off in a field. It's beautiful. And I actually visited this church it's probably been 20 years ago, just once or twice with my sister, and she absolutely loved it and the preacher that was there at that time. And it was a really good service. And
I'm sure that it's still a really good church. I mean, people, you have to think these people who are preying on kids are also preying on churches and baseball leagues, and
they're master manipulators.
Yes, they are master manipulators. And I understand that if somebody comes into your church, everybody's always welcoming. But still,
it's sad that somebody would take advantage of a church like that, really, or the people in a church, if that's what happened.
Right. And I'm just saying this is nothing to do with the church at all. Like if we report about the teacher at the school or
her husband, the fireman, EMT.
You know, we're not saying it's the organization's fault that they're employed by. You know, what if they had never had a criminal record before and nothing comes up in a background check?
Just stating facts, folks.
Or anything like that. So I was just taken back by the response at first. But let's get into these comments. Okay, here's one of these comments. This person was and is not a youth pastor. Please change the wording on the post. He may claimed he was, but he was not. I can't speak for Boy Scouts. He was also a Boy Scout troop leader as well. And I just told that person those are his own words, but I will definitely dig into this. And then Please do. You are spreading information that is not true. He only attended our church. He was never in any way involved in any leadership of our truth and was never a youth pastor or any type of pastor at our church. And then we had people coming in the comments talking about how creepy he was, how he rode the school bus. He did all kinds of different programs. So no, he didn't technically work or was employed by the church, but he volunteered there often.
And we are not laying blame on the church. We're just saying be aware of your surroundings, be aware of who's going to church with you, be aware of everything, especially if they're going to be around children.
That's right. And I know this is a short episode, but it's just covering the probable cause affidavit. And I know you guys wanted to hear it, so we wanted to get it out to you. Well, not that you wanted to hear it, but you wanted to know what was going on. Nobody wants to hear anything or report anything like this.
And I'm sure after the forensics and shit are all done on a little bit more, I'm sure there'll be more to this story. And we definitely will keep you updated on anything, any future things that happen on this case. The way this kind of unfolded is Predator Poachers, we'd like to give them a good shout out, but they had busted a dude in Michigan.
Along with Bikers Against Predators.
Absolutely. Both of them are awesome as far as what we could see. And they busted a dude in Michigan. And the dude in Michigan, I guess when they went through his phone, had Nathan Bailey's number in there and probably some interactions back and forth with him. And so they drove their asses all the way from Michigan right down here to Morgan County and got his ass.
They sure did. And they rolled right up to his house. And let's just say there was a scene out there from light to dark.
Damn, sorry I missed that.
I know. Now, Nathan Bailey, he has a $50,000 property surety bond. So that would be what, $5,000, and then plus $20,000 cash. I'm so excited to see that. That's amazing. And then there's special conditions of a cash bond. And that's pretty much the update. Or if he does post a cash bond, he is going to be on level 2 pretrial release. That's if he can make the bond. But people coming up with $20,000 cash is a lot of money around here. Yeah,
that's a lot of money. I doubt he's getting out, but like Miss Julie said, he's going to be on some stiff shit if he does get out. That probably concerns a GPS bracelet. He's probably not allowed to have no electronics if he gets out. I mean, hopefully they keep him on a tight ship, but like I said, I doubt he's getting out. And we do thank Predator Poachers and Bikers Against Predators for getting him in there, because the way this scene looked, I'm not so sure that he would have gotten arrested that night if they hadn't pushed the issue. And we do understand that sometimes law enforcement and prosecutors' hands are tied. They have to go through certain channels. But I'm just saying, the dude admitted to the police that he had the shit on his phone. That's like, I think if I walked up to a cop and I said, hey man, I got a bag of weed in my pocket, they would probably want to search me and arrest me for that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they would. Immediately.
Damn right they would.
Or if you said, hey, I'm drunk in public, or,
wave a cop down and say, hey, I'm drinking and driving down the road, in case you wanted to know. Hell yeah, they're going to take you to jail for that shit. So why would it be any different having child porn, and so many of them? It's such a higher, nastier, more serious crime than smoking a joint, in my opinion.
I agree.
Not saying that doing drugs is a good thing or smoking pot is a good thing. I'm just saying that in no way, shape, or form do I feel like smoking a joint crime compares with having child porn and sending it and receiving it and paying for it. And even if he was talking to this lady about her letting her have her child, if he paid $30, she was probably scamming the shit out of him for the first place. But if she wasn't, wouldn't that be like solicitation in some sort of way?
Yeah, it would be.
So if they find that stuff forensically on his phone, maybe the charges will be upgraded, updated.
And if you're a woman or a mother out there and you're trying to sell your kids, you're a sick bitch.
Amen.
I hope you burn in hell. But anyway,
that's the update. And as soon as we find anything else out, we will let you know. If you would like to support 69 South and our causes that we bring to you, we are stoked to announce our brand new Patreon where you can get exclusive content, behind the scenes goodies, and more from your host, Chop and Julie. Head over to patreon.com/69 South. With the two of us bringing the heat, you know it's going to be a wild ride. Catch you next time. Stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you on the flip side. Until then, have a good day, good evening, whatever.